To help my patients and clients reach their goals, I'm always coming up with new exercises. I'm going to show you in this video 5 of the most popular exercises that I started using last year according to my exercise channel. And the best part is you're going to learn when I would program these exercises as well as the best way to coach them so you can get the best results. Number 5, elevated quadruped on elbows. This move expands 2 areas. In the thorax, it targets the posterior lower thorax or the false and floating ribs and the posterior lower pelvis. Both of these areas need to expand if there's a loss of shoulder and hip internal rotation. And the elevation is useful if your shoulder IR is sorely limited because it unloads that area. Get a box, put your forearms on it, making sure you have a 90-degree angle at the shoulder and the hips. You're gonna start sagged. Look at your hands. You're gonna make 2 letter C's with your hands and rotate them down. There's gonna be 3 points that you wanna weight bear through. The pisiform, which is the wiggly bone on your wrist, the elbow, and the kneecap. Silently breathe in through your nose. On the exhale, you're going to push yourself up through all 3 of those points evenly. If you notice you're crunching, you probably got to get a little bit better pressure through the wiggle bone. If you notice that you're staying sagged and you're arching, press a little more firmly through the kneecaps. Hold this position, silently breathe in through the nose, soft exhale through the mouth. Try 5 sets of 5 breaths 2 times per day with that move. Number 4 is the Lewitt Same Connect Wall Push. This move is really good for improving your rotation in the pelvis and in the thorax. Because I keep the leg in around 70 degrees of hip flexion, it will improve internal rotation on the leg that's on the wall. And then on the opposite side, you'll get improvements in external rotation, both in the hips and in the shoulders. Combination of these factors will improve your rotation towards the flexed leg. Lie on your back, have the knees ahead of the hips, feet flat on the wall. Contact 3 points. The PSIS, the bony part above the pelvis, the inner heel, and the base of the big toe. Push into the wall. You'll feel your hamstrings work a little bit if you get it right. Now here's where it gets nuts. You're gonna lift one leg off, letting the knee bend, and I'm pushing really firmly with the left leg. Take a yoga block. You're gonna put it between your thigh and your elbow, get a little bit of pressure so you feel abs. Hold this position, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth without losing those points. Try 4 sets, 5 breaths per side with that move a couple times a day. Number 3 is hook lying breathing. This is a staple move that I start a lot of my patients and clients with. It's a really good movement for those who are limited in hip internal rotation. Even though you are starting at about 60 degrees of hip flexion, because you're putting force into the ground, that will improve your ability to internally rotate. It's also an excellent move to teach some of the basic breathing mechanics that you'll learn on this channel. Lie on your back with a yoga block between your knees. Make sure your feet are pointing forward. You want to weight bear through 3 points. The PSIS, which is the bony part just above the upper back, the inner heel, and the base of the big toe. If you can't feel the PSIS, you'll want to put something underneath your feet to elevate until you do. Keeping the PSIS on the ground, you're going to press those foot points straight down. You'll feel your hamstrings work. Hold this position, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Go 5 sets of 5 breaths 2 times per day with that move. Number 2 is the side lying foam roller decompression with abduction reach. If you have any upper body restrictions, this is an incredible move. Here's how it works. By putting a foam roller on the side of the rib cage, it helps create lateral compression on the ribs. This helps improve the front to back dimensions. If you can create this shape, it allows for better rotation to occur in the thorax. And the arm in the abducted position helps minimize you using rectus, damn near kildus, abdominis from stealing your mobility gains. Get a couple pads for your head, grab a foam roller. It's gonna go on the middle third of the rib cage. You wanna side bend over it, letting your head relax. If I'm side bent down a little bit. I would get another pillow or something to prop you up. You're going to take your leg, put it down so your weight is on the outside knee. You should be completely relaxed on the foam roller. You should be able to lift this up and have no problems. Take your top arm and top leg, roll them both forward, and then take this top arm and reach it upward like so, so it's in line with your body. Silently breathe in through the nose. On the exhale, think about melting down into the foam roller and pressing the outside knee down into the ground. Try 5 sets, 5 breaths, 2 times per day with that. And the number 1 move for 2023, frog breathing. Or if you're a ludicrous fan, froggy style. This move works similarly to quadruped on elbows in the sense that it expands the posterior lower thorax as well as the posterior lower pelvis. But the key difference is you are more abducted in the legs and the arms. This reduces the amount of internal rotation required to get into the position. So if instead of writing numbers for the amount of IR you have, you write LOL, this is the perfect move for you, and it's one of my favorites. Start with the knees apart, bring the feet together, walk forward so your hips are ahead of your knees. Get your forearms down. You want a 90-degree angle at the shoulders. Make C's with your hands. Rotate them down so you feel weight on the pisiform. Start sagged. You're gonna look straight down. You wanna silently breathe in through your nose. On the exhale, you're gonna press through 3 points. The pisiform, the elbow, and the knee. Do so evenly. Get it right, you'll feel your abs work. Push to about a 3 out of 10 effort. Hold this position. Breathe silently in through the nose, softly through the mouth. Make sure as you do this, you're not crunching and overreaching. Try 5 sets of 5 breaths, 2 times per day with that move. If you found these moves helpful and you want more, I would strongly encourage you to subscribe to my exercise channel. You can check that out right here. I come up with new exercises all the time to improve your mobility.